Hello, my name is Teacher Becky, and I'm here to help you pass your first mock class. All right, I know there's a lot of videos that you've probably been watching, and you might be tired of watching videos. So I'm going to try to make this video pretty fast, but really help you get through the material quickly. Few things to remember. You get 15 minutes for the first section, 10 minutes for the second section. Wear a solid color shirt. I know I'm not being a very good representative of that. I have a multicolored shirt on, but just a solid color shirt. Make sure your background is cute. Make sure your lighting is good. See, look at what I do when I turn my lighting off. I have two lights above me and on the side. Look at the difference it makes. There's a big shadow here, and everything in the back's glary because of the window. So make sure you have good lighting. Okay, let's see if I can get this back on. The other thing that you want to watch out for that are big things you're looking for is incidentals. Try not to use extra language, and make sure you speak slow and that you listen for proper grammar. So if they are not pronouncing words or proper pronunciation, if they're not pronouncing words correctly, make sure that you correct that. So if they say, let me think of something we're talking about. If they say elevator, and it's supposed to be elevator, slow down, go elevator. Good, and just make sure that you correct that. Okay, I tried to promise a quick video, so let's go right into first slide, introduction slide. Something quick. Hi, my name is Teacher Becky. What's your name? Good job. Nice to meet you. Okay, something like that. Easy. You just need your name. What's your name? Just the biggest thing they're looking for is slow speaking TPR. Okay, then click next slide. The next slide's your reward slide. Make sure you have a reward ready. I like to do ninjas. And then, so let's say their name's Susie. Susie, when you do good, you get a ninja. Hiya! Good work! Click, next slide. Don't spend much time, okay? The next is the warm-up, all right? You just circle the word. If you have a tomato, you can just circle tomato and say, you can just say, tomato. Or you can even start right into, I see a tomato. And you're just waiting for them. So make sure you use your fingers for the words. Good. Circle the elbow. Elbow. I see an elbow. Okay, and then go and do the rest, and then you did such a good job. You get a ninja. Hiya! And I have my ninjas back here. Click next slide, okay? Review. That's the letters. Here's the trick for the letters. You just circle the letter. Don't say, what do you see? Just circle the S and go, S. S. Good work. Match. S. And allow them time. If they don't do it, model it by matching on the screen and say, match. S. Good work. Circle the L. Go, L. Match, okay? So you're matching the big one to the small one. So you could even say match small L to big L. Okay? And then just click. Good job. Click next slide. All right, this is the K and E slide where they're in the middle with the pictures on the side. So you want to start by circling the K and just going K, K. Good work. Circle the E. Good job. Then circle the elevator. Or if you have, some people have toy elephants. I don't, but I have a dino. But if this was an elephant, pretend this was an elephant. Circle the elephant and go, elephant. Good. Match elephant. See if they get it. If they don't, then you can model it, do it for them, and then do kite. Go kite. kite. Good. Match kite. This is a slide. If you're running slow, just do half of it. Just do the elephant, kite, and king, or elevator, egg, and key, and then move right on to the next slide. Boom, next slide. X, okay? You can circle the big X. You can write the big X with your, I have a touch screen, so with your finger or with your mouse, and then just say big X. Good. Do the small x. Small x. Good work. Okay, and in big red letters at the bottom it says letter makes the blank sound. So you want to say X makes the x, makes the sound x. X makes the sound x. Good work. This is a great time if you have flashcards to pull out your X flashcard. Okay, I had it ready and I moved it. Here it goes. Okay, so X. Good. Fox. Yes, good job, fox. Now this leads right into our next slide, which is a fox. Then you can circle it and say, what do you see? They'll probably say, fox. Good. And you want them to say, I see a fox. Good work. Okay, click right to the next slide. Ox. All right. You can circle it and say, ox. Good job. What do you see? Good job. Now they're looking for the new vocabulary words for you to make sure they say it 3 times. So you might want to circle and go, ox, ox. Good. What do you see? I see an ox. Good job. Or you can flip back if you have time to the fox and see if they remember and say, what do you see? And make sure they answer in the full sentence. I see a fox. Okay, and then the same for the ox. And then the next slide's activity slide. And this just goes, activity time. Okay, perfect. It's the axe one. Okay, I already wrote on this. Sorry, I had done a demo earlier. But you can just even circle on your screen, if you have a flashcard, hold it up. But just don't say, what does this say? Just circle it and say, ah. And then X, X, X. Draw the line and say, axe, axe. Good job. If you don't have a whiteboard, another way you can do it is go circle the A on the screen and go, Then circle the X and go, X, axe. And allow them to do it. Axe. Good work. Okay, so you can do it on here or with your hands. And then for the bottom part, circle it. If you have the thing, circle it and go, axe. Tax. Good. Fax max. Okay. All right. I promised a quick video. We're at 8 minutes, so let's keep flying. Memory game. All right. This is how I do the memory game. I circle. Let's start with X. We've just been learning X. Circle the X's and say, what do you see? And let them say X. And then you make them say, I see an X. Good. Flip to the screen. Click. That is just the backs of the cards. And then you say, where's X? And I'll see if they can circle the cards that were the X. If they don't get it, circle it yourself and say, X. And then you can flip back to the other screen and show them, X. Flip back to the other screen and say, where's X? Let them get the X. Then go back to the other screen and circle the fox and say, what do you see? And let them say, I see a fox. And do the memory for the other one, okay? And then they do the same for ox. And click. You did so good. You get a ninja. Hiya. The last one is the IX slide. And it wants you to put words in it, okay? So the first thing you have to do is teach the IX. Circle IX and go, Ix. Ix. Good work. Now, if you have letter flashcards, this is a good time. You can pull them out. And you could go, S. Ix. Six. Good. And then you could grab another one. Ix. Tix. Good work. Another thing you could do is you could just write the S on the screen and have them read it. If you have a whiteboard, write X on the screen and then write it. And then change the letter out each time, okay? Different options for what works for you. If you're running low on time, this is a slide. Here it has, do the flashcards for KRSMT. If you don't have time, just pick one or two and good job. Click right to the goodbye slide. Susie, you did so good. It was nice to meet you. Okay, something like that. Or Teacher Becky is so happy. Look at all your ninjas. Good job. And they'll be happy. They'll be, okay, and then you're like, bye. Okay, that's 15 minutes worth of curriculum there. Okay. And at that point, your mentor will give you lots of feedback about how you did, different things you can do better. Use that feedback for the next one. Okay. The other tip, make sure on your phone that you have a timer running so that you can see your exact time. Okay. It's running the whole time so you know where you're at. If you go into your settings, you can turn off the lock screen so it never turns on so you can see your time the whole time. And then when you start your next one, your countries and culture, stop it and reset it so you have a fresh time. Okay, countries and culture, level 3, it's a little bit different. Okay, not difficult, just different. It's the other mentor is going to be doing a lot of the talking because they're the student. You're doing a lot of the facilitating. Okay, you're facilitating the learning. Right away, your welcome slide is the same as your first one. Hi, my name is Teacher Becky. You can talk a little bit faster, not much faster. Okay, you're still judging how well they are for level 3. If they say, hi, my name is Susie, you know you're going to have to speak at a slower cadence and treat them more like the earlier level than an older level. If you say, hi, my name is Teacher Becky, what's your name? And they're like, hi, my name is Susie. Okay, then you know the level they're at. Okay, introduce your reward. Susie, when you do good, you get a ninja. Hi-ya. Good work. Okay, click to the next slide. My countries and culture is a lot of stuff to cover in 10 minutes. Okay, so just click right to the next slide. My country. Circle the top and say, my country. Good. Circle the words, China is my country, and it is a land where I was born, and just say, please read, and allow them to read it, okay? Good. And you can circle country again and say, country. This is where you want to watch for pronunciation problems when they're reading. Don't interrupt them while they're reading. Just maybe underline it while they're reading, and when you're done, let's say they said, it is the land where I was born. So underline it when they said that, and then when they're done, you just circle and say, where? Good. You don't have them repeat the whole sentence, just the word, okay? Then you can say, a country is a nation, a people, language, and culture. Okay? And I think it says land and government. You could say that all. You could do a little extension here and just say, Susie, where do you live in China? There's a map on that page so they can circle it, or they might just say, Shanghai. Cool, Shanghai. All right. Then click next thing, flag. Circle the word flag and say, flag. Good. And then just please read, and let's say, this is the flag of my country. a flag is a piece of cloth. Now, they might get the word piece wrong. It's kind of a hard word. They might say, a flag is a pack of cloth that represents a country. Okay? So right there, you just want to circle piece of cloth and say, piece of cloth. Yes! And then represents. 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 Represents means stands for. They'll say stands for. Yes! Circle the flag and say, the flag represents China. Good! If you have time, you can say, Susie, what color is the Chinese flag? Red and yellow. Good job! Click. All right, American flag. If you have an American flag, this is a great time to use it as a prop. I have this as my coffee cup prop. I know it's got a chip in. Woo! But then you can just go here, hold this up, or circle it on the screen and say, this is the American flag. Good. And I'll just say, it represents America. Good. If you have time, what color is the American flag? Okay, move on. And then you'll go to the represent slides. What do these represent? Okay, so you can circle the McDonald's sign and says, what does this represent or stand for? Okay, if they get it, they'll say McDonald's. If they go, okay, circle it and say, this stands for McDonald's. Stands for, and then you can bring your flag and say, represents, represents America. So help them to understand stands for, represents. Then circle the Chinese characters and ask, what does this represent? All right, so you can, if you have time, you can do all of those. If not, pick one or two. I like McDonald's because everybody knows what McDonald's is, and I like the Chinese letters because it's familiar with them, so they might be able to say Chinese language, okay? Otherwise, I know Nike, so those are the ones that I would click. And then click next page, China, and then have them circle and just say, please read. And they'll say China is the country with many people. The capital of China is Beijing. And you're good. And you can just have them say capital again. Good. And you can tell them what a capital is. A capital is the main city with most of the government offices. And then you could say, have you been to Beijing? Or have you been to the capital city, Beijing? Any of that stuff. Just to ask them, extend a little, okay? Click next slide. The next one has, in China, there are many famous landmarks. There's a lot of reading on this page. But go ahead and let them read unless you're really far behind, okay? Then you can just have them circle and have them read one thing. But make sure you could just circle landmarks and say, landmarks. Good. In China, there are many famous landmarks. Okay, and then you could say a landmark is a place or building that is famous, and important for a country. If you have time, allow them to read it and help them. If not, you read it. Circle Great Wall and say, have you been to the Great Wall? Yes. People built the Great Wall. I have a picture of the Great Wall right here. So I could hold it up and say, Great Wall. All right? You don't have to have one, but if you have a prop, use it. Okay, and then you could circle Yellow Mountains and go, did people make the Yellow Mountains? No, it is natural. Yes. Click next slide, famous landmarks of China. Then you could say, please match. And allow them to match. Made by people, natural. Okay? All right. Last slide is the sound of the C. So I would circle the C and say soft C. S. Yes, good job. if you have time, I have a little song. You can go, C says by E-I-N-Y. C says by E-I-N-Y. Good job. Circle the words, have them read it, and then click. Next slide is the goodbye side. Susie, you did so good today. Good job. Look at all your ninjas. Woo woo. It was nice to meet you. Okay, and then that'll be the end of your mock. And you should do great if you follow those tips. If you have questions and you don't have somebody helping you, please reach out to me. I would be happy to do this. We could hop on Messenger or video chat or Zoom, and you can do your mock for me, and you can practice it. I'd be happy to give you a free practice session, and I'll give you tips and things that may help you do better on your mock, okay? All right. Down in the information, I'll put my email, but it's Legatt, Legatt, at sbcglobal.net, like Sam Boycat, global.net. Okay, so that'll be down in the comments on this video. If you haven't even applied yet, there'll be a link in there. You can apply for VIP Kids to Teach. If you have any other questions, reach out to me. I'm so glad that you're watching this video, and I hope it helps. Goodbye.